Oh my god. I don't want to hold it. I don't want to hold it.
Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we have a very exciting video. My buddy Ray introduced me to FPV cars, and I didn't think it would be awesome, but it's pretty awesome. We're doing like a little proof of concept. I think I'll make a video on how to kind of do this properly, but instead of doing it properly, if you have broken stuff, like one of these guys, you know, like an all-in-one, where the ESC dies, but you still got a VTX in there, what we're going to do is we're going to just stick this onto the outside of the car. I designed a little case. You can design your own case, or you can buy one off of me.
Nothing's free in water world.
And yeah, basically you can recycle your old all-in-one, just connect it to the car with a battery on top, and then you're able to see the the problem with this is that if you just take a VTX and connect it to the car, you have to have a way to change the power on the VTX. But the perfect thing about this is one ESC is dead, the VTX works, so I'll still be able to see the voltage. I'll still be able to use my radio to change the VTX power if I want to, so I'll still be able to control anything. Whereas if you didn't do FPV stuff and you wanted to get into it from like an RC perspective where you just have a car, you would have to figure out how to do the VTX and everything. If there's enough interest in this, I am planning to make kits for people to be able to do that, where I'll program the VTX, I'll order a pile of VTXs and cameras and make like a kit that you can just do this yourself. Probably be about like 50, 60 bucks. And then you just take it, toss it on any RC car using like double-sided tape. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Yay. It's actually so much more fun than I thought it would be. Super fun. It's like FPV but easy, because it's like FPV is so hard for people to get into. It's difficult to learn, but with this, I'm gonna just take these people and let them try it too. It's gonna be awesome. So my dead all-in-one is alive, and this camera, this battery from the Beta FPV Aquila 16 that was way too heavy, now has life. I always hate with the all-in-ones when you have your video transmitter and everything, and you blow an ESC and then it's done. So I think it's pretty cool that any little RC car or boat or whatever you have, you could take that broken all-in-one and just make yourself an FPV vehicle. And it actually works really nice on flat surfaces and indoors or outdoors on like nicely paved places. I noticed with Ray's, like this looks really good like indoors and stuff, and the range, we'll talk about that in a sec. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like you're driving.
Yeah, wait for me, Avery. I'm trying to figure this out.
Just drive around and figure it out.
Oh, ¿y cómo sabes a qué posición vas?
I want to show you how cold it is. My hands are turning red. I let them go home. I got some fresh packs on, and we're going to see what this thing can really do. Okay, so here we are outside, and as you can see, it's like shaky. I think the big thing that I realized was when I drove Ray's, it seemed super smooth. We were also in an underground thing where the pavement was all smooth. So if you're in a nice pavement, it's a lot nicer experience than like shaking so much. And Ray's is like probably double the size of mine. Like my RC car is this big. And then the other thing that I noticed was, for instance, there it cut out. I had to like run back to get the connection back. So with these RC cars, they don't have as much range as our FPV drones with the radio, unless you were to modify that and use a different system like Express ELRS, then you'd be good. But when it came to this system, the FPV was able to, like the video transmitter worked a lot further than the radio system that comes with this. So the nice thing is that you get, if you have like this, like Ray's has a bigger VTX that gets hotter, that has fans on it and stuff. But with something like this, you can just use like a 200 milliwatt VTX, and probably even a 25, you'd be fine. You'd get a lot of range compared to just the radio system that it's on. It was still fun. It was just a bit funner on Ray Ray's because he had the bigger vehicle, so it was a bit more smooth. The coolest thing about it is that you can just give it to anyone. Anyone can just take this, put on FPV goggles, and drive, experience it. It was like when I put it on, I didn't think it'd be that fun, but I was like, whoa, it's like you're actually in a video game. It's like you're driving a little car and it actually works. So I thought it was pretty awesome and something you could try out. Yeah, it's something you could try out with your old broken equipment. If you have extra stuff laying around, an extra camera, extra VTX, boom, you got FPV in a car. Oh, it's just so cold. The strap that I put on my head, it got tighter, so it was hard to put on. I was freezing. It was fun though. It's just, this thing's so little, so it shakes a lot. The bigger it is, I guess the more stable. I think also the camera's a little bit too high. I think I gotta put it more in the front. The radio signal doesn't go as far as a video signal for once.
Oh my god. I don't want to hold it. I don't want to hold it.
Esa es muy dulce. Así le hicieras daño, esa nunca te muerde. ¿Sabes por qué? Esa era bien agresiva. Y un día se escapó.
I don't want to hold it. Please.
No, se escapó.
¡No puedo ver!